All right, we made some improvement tonight. I was very pleased with the up-tempo of our offense. Very pleased with the play of our young receivers. I thought our quarterback, for the most part, played really well. I think Max had 5 touchdowns. You got to see what we've been seeing in practice in Deion Smith, those young receivers, and the young running back in Tyner. Some really good plays. I thought our defense played solid. We were very disappointed that we gave up those big plays. We had a missed assignment, and we got to fix that. Got to fix it fast. And but for the most part, we played a very good game. There's a lot of things that we still have to get better at. Special teams, we got to get better at field position. We lost a lot of field position on not returning the punts. We got to have a better scheme, and we got to gain some field position in special teams. We got to get better at this week. We got to continue to grow on our offense as a hurry up and doing the things that we can do and let our players make plays and continue to not get beat deep on the deep ball. I thought our defensive line played good. They gave us max protect. We got 5 sacks. I thought we was going to get more, but give them credit. They did a good job of protecting. Any questions?
Yeah, Ron Davis with Tiger Rag. Concerned that the SEC play starts next week, was this the exact type game you were looking for as far as more went right than went wrong?
Sure. We saw improvement. And like I told our team, this wasn't nowhere about Central Michigan. This was about us, our identity, who we're going to be. And what are the things that we meant to do well as a football team? And you saw some of them tonight.
Hey, Wilson, Wilson Townsend from The Advocate. Specifically offensively, was that all the sort of similar question, all the things that you kind of wanted to see after, in terms of pass protection and up-tempo and all that?
It's a beginning. And I thought we were in sync, especially the first and second quarter. I like the shots. Although we didn't get Keyshawn on the first play, we opened up with a shot. I think it opened up the defense a little bit. We passed to set up the run. That was our plan. And then the run game came alive in the fourth quarter. So I think we did a lot of good things, but there's still some things that we got to get better at. There's a lot of great athletes up there. We should be a lot better on offense as we continue to grow.
Hey, Coach, this is Glenn West, LSU Country. You mentioned, the 2 freshman receivers in particular, Jack Besh and Deion Smith. Just how impressive was it to see those 2 guys go out and have the kind of games they did?
It was good. It was fun to see them do it in Tiger Stadium. I've been seeing them do it all the time in practice, and they finally got their chance. Deion was the number 1 player in the state of Mississippi. He's done a tremendous job for us, and he's only going to get better. Jack Bess is a baller. He practices hard every day. He wants the ball. He's got the heart of a Tiger. We love having him, and both of those guys are going to be great players, along with Malik Neighbors, along with Chris Hilton. Those guys are going to be tremendous football players for us.
Hey, Ed, kind of piggybacking on what Ron asked earlier, do you think that a game like this gives you and your team a lot of confidence going into SEC play that you can handle the rigors of league play?
I think it takes the next step. I think we took the next step. We're not there yet. And I told them, hey, let's just get better. Let's take the next step. And identified some things that we had to get done tonight, and we did it. We practiced on them all week. We identified some things. You got to give the coaching staff credit, our players credit. They worked very hard this week. And we're going to go back with the same attitude next week. We're going to look at the things that we got to get fixed. We're going to get a solution. We're going to practice it and fix it and get better each week. I think this team is a team that you're going to see get better each week. We're going to have to be.
And you mentioned Jack a couple seconds ago, but just when he's able to play like that, how much does that add to your offense?
It adds a lot. We can do a lot of things with him. He's going to catch the ball. He's going to give some fire. He can go deep. He can catch the short pass. He's also blocking in there. A tremendous player. But you know what? He's not the only one. We have a lot of receivers. We have about 8 fantastic receivers, and they need to play. They all need to play, and they all need to get the ball.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win. I wanted to ask you,
Thank you.
Can we expect to see the freshmen that play today to see the field in the SEC opener against Mississippi State?
Sure. Well, sure. We're going to play a lot of guys. We have to, especially when you go up tempo. We're going to go from running 60, 70 plays to 100. And our guys have to stay fresh. And we need to work our offensive line a little bit. I thought they did a good job, but that's toughest on them. We can rotate receivers. We can rotate backs. And we have to get used to going up tempo and do it a lot more.
Hey, Coach, this is Shay. It was clearly a concerted effort from the start to get the freshman receivers involved, and then Corey Kiner as the game went on. What were those conversations like this week to know that in this game it was time to let the leash off those guys?
Yeah, we had a meeting. Let's get our best players the ball, give them the football early, and let them play. But we had to design some plays that we could protect the quarterback. It was all about protection first. We had plays, we had guys open, but we didn't protect the quarterback. We did a decent job of protecting the quarterback tonight. The hurry up's gonna help us. We still have a ways to go because we're gonna face, as we know, stronger football teams down the road.
Hey, Ed, Sheldon Nichols at the Advocate. Deion Smith, you keep talking about what you saw in practice in August, I guess. What exactly did you see from him that told you he could do what he did tonight?
He reminds me a lot of Justin Jefferson, a lot of ways. A good route runner, great body control, can catch the ball, has deceptive speed. He's big, he can get off a press, has great hands.
And you mentioned passing to set up the run tonight. Is that kind of what you want your identity to be, or was there something that y'all noticed in the game planning for Central Michigan that you thought you could really attack?
Yeah, it all depends what they give us, and we thought that we're going to be able to throw the football against them tonight, loosen them up, and then run the football at the end, and we did it. That it?
Hey, Coach.
Yep.
Hey, this is William at Tiger Rag. I want to ask you, the performance of the entire receiving corps, is this kind of what when you talked about it in the summer and envisioning a well-rounded, not necessarily always dependent on Keyshawn type group, and you even got neighbors in there later, just did they kind of perform up to your standards there?
Yes, it's getting there. And I've seen those guys make some tremendous plays, and we have to design plays to get them all the ball. Malik Neighbors probably had the best camp of all of them, and he was hurt. So he only got a couple of plays tonight. Chris Hilton, the 7-1 high jumper, those guys could make plays. So they're going to share the ball. We're going to get it around to them, and we'll play them all.
Hey, Coach, I know everyone wants to talk about the offense tonight, but defensively, it's got to be the best you've tackled all year. I mean, that was the biggest thing, right? I know you worked on it all week, but did that stand out to you?
Yes, and be able to stop the run. They ran the ball to some people. At Pimpleton was a good wide receiver. Obviously their coach has some good schemes. They gave us some different formation. They gave us some difficult things, and for the most part, we played them well. I mean, I thought our guys played well in space, tackled in space, broke on the ball. I think they had 50 yards rushing, which they had a good rushing attack. They had good 2 offensive tackles that are good football players. But I'm still disappointed in the missed assignments and letting guys free down the field. That's totally unacceptable.
Hi, Jeff Dyke, WWL Radio. Obviously Corey Kiner has had 2 really solid weeks in a row. For a freshman running back, what does a freshman running back need to show to really kind of gain that trust, especially going into SEC play? And when you are running the ball that effectively, how does that help the offense as a whole?
Yeah, well, it gives us an identity. He's a strong runner, could break tackles, could run inside, run outside. He's got a spark about him. He reminds me, I'm not saying as a player, but as a person, a lot like Clyde. He steps in the room, he's a big man. He's got a great attitude. He comes to work every day. He has a lot of energy, just like Clyde did. And I'm not saying he's the same back. I'm not trying to compare him to Clyde, but as the same person. And, when we get Amani Goodwin back, Amani can run the football along with Ty. So we got some guys along with Josh, but we're going to need them all. We're getting the SEC play. We're going to need all those guys to play and play well.
Hey, Coach, this is Terrell Wild with the Boot Sports. What's the status of Andre Anthony?
Yeah, we don't know yet. I don't know if it's going to turn out very good, to be honest with you. I got to wait to see. I just got to wait to see tomorrow what's going to happen.
Okay. Thank you.
Hey, Coach, this is Shea Dixon. You said stopping the run would be key this week. I think they averaged less than 2 yards a carry. What did you see from that group that went right this week as compared to UCLA?
We kept on. We were attacking. Our guys were attacking. They were winning their blocks in the line of scrimmage. They were hitting guys, knocking them back. We were in the right gap. We adjusted the formation. We was in the right play. They just play with an attitude. I think I'm bragging on Andre Carter all the time. I think he's an excellent coach. And you should see him in here before the game. He gets those guys fired up. They play off his energy. Linebackers played well. We worked on tackling all week. We worked on wrapping up all week. I thought our guys did a tremendous job of making open field tackles, just like they practice. Thank you, guys. Go Tigers.